Hi lovelies, this video was very hard to make, but it was about Ava having a seizure. So I scheduled out this video, so this probably happened a while ago. What happened was Ava woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I gave her a tablet and sent her back to her bed so I'd have a little time, extra time to sleep. It was a Saturday morning. And then at 6 o'clock in the morning, I heard gurgling. So I turned on the light. Her eyes were rolled back in her head, and she was unresponsive, and she was gurgling. And I tried to get her to snap out of it, and then I screamed, and I went and got my mom, and my mom trying to get her to snap out of it. Then I called 911. The first people to get here was the police, then fire, then EMT, and by the time everybody was here, she was snapped out of it. She was snapped out of it. And I was devastated. So it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I am getting dressed in another room. I'm throwing things in a bag. I'm, trying to get everything together because we were going to Children's Hospital, or I didn't even know what hospital we were going to, but I knew we were going to a hospital. So we get in an ambulance, pretty much it was just an expensive ride to the hospital. I haven't got that bill yet, but anyways, so when we get out, she throws up on the EMT. Then we get into the ER. My mother showed up, my aunt showed up, and my other aunt showed up, and we were all kind of there, and they're like, oh, she's looking good, and like she's fine. And then the neurologist came to check on her, like a group of them. No, yeah, two of them. And while they were leaving, after they said she looked fine, it happened again. Like she had this episode. She went limp in my hands, and I looked at her, and her eyes were rolled, and I was like, it's happening again, it's happening again. And I'm screaming, and I am just freaking out. And they jumped into action at Boston Children's Hospital, and they gave her anti-seizure medicine and all these other things. And then we ended up in the hospital for 2 days. She slept for like 16 hours with this medicine they gave her. So what ultimately happened was they didn't put her on seizure medicine. They didn't want to make that assumption right off the bat. They said because they happened so close together that they called it one incident. And they gave me emergency seizure medicine. So I have one for the house and one for school for her. And I got that all set up at school. And I'm praying to God it freaking does not happen again. It was the most frightening thing in my life that's ever happened to me. We have appointments now with an MRI and a neurologist, and I am like asking God for those to come back clear for future. Just pray for us, please. Just pray for us. Like, comment, subscribe, holla back.